Howdy everybody, Stephen here with Ace Draft Horses and Mules. We're loading up right now and we're heading out to a mountain home area in Arkansas, down to the Ozark Mountains. And we're taking some fine folks down there at the Narrowway Homestead Farm and Ranch. A good, nice load of stuff. We're taking them a bunch of stuff. New forecart, 2 new sets of harness, brand new Weaver wagon gear, 4,700 gear, draft gear. They're buying a nice team of horses by the name of Thunder and Lightning out here. We got them ready and we're heading out. So I'm gonna bring you all along on this journey with us, me and Henry, and let you see how it goes. So thank you all and we'll be seeing you soon. Morning everybody from the Ozark Mountains down here in Arkansas. Me and Henry's here and we're going down here. We drove all through the night and slept up at the Tractor Supply in Mountain Home, Arkansas last night for a couple hours. And we're down here going to Narrowway Farm and Ranch down here in Yellville, Arkansas. Boy, you talk about beautiful country down here, guys. It's gorgeous. Back in the mountains, and I'm going to deliver a team to a nice, some super nice people down here. Gonna get them a forecart and a new Weaver wagon gear, a new mowing machine that was all refurbished, a number 7 McCormick, and sell them a couple sets of harness and do a clinic with them. Show them how to drive horses, refresh them. The customer has drove horses before, but it's been a lot of years. He wants a refresher, and we're going to take you all with us along this journey and kind of let you see what it's like to buy a team of horses from us and get some insights from the customers and see if they're happy, and just kind of take you all along with us on our everyday life of what we do. So thank you all, and thank you so much for watching. If you don't care, do me a favor. If you're watching this video, like, comment, and share, and do everything you can on this video. Comment where you're from, or comment whatever you want to say. When you comment and like our videos, it really helps us a lot, and lets YouTube they push our videos a little more if you more activity. So I'd appreciate it if you'd do that for me. Thank you all so much, and we're going to take you along on the ride with us. So we'll see you when we get there.
This is Philip Carolla from the Narrowway Farm and Ranch, and we have just purchased a couple of draft horses from Stephen and Henry. And I want to tell you that this has been a wonderful experience. We've been looking for 8.5 years for the right team for our place, and through a connection through a neighbor, I had a quick conversation with Stephen 2 days ago, and they're here with the horses and all the equipment that we needed to go with it, and training, a refresher training, because I haven't done this in 25 years. I am so glad to have met Stephen and Henry. I look forward to doing business with them again, and anyone that's looking for draft horses, you've got the perfect team here to get your perfect team.
Howdy everybody, we made it down here to Arkansas, to the Narrowway Ranch down here. We sold them a team of horses, and we're going to do a little demonstration on how to harness horses for them and teach them how. And we figured we'd just show you all at the same time. That way y'all got a video of how to harness draft horses. So just stay tuned and check this out. I think you'll really like it.
which these collars are adjusted to fit them. But if they get like real fat, you can let them out here or let them out here. And some people like to break them open, like to put them on. You gotta pull all these clips out and then go like this, slip them over the collar. I like to go I like to go over him and flop it over like that. You know, just with what you don't want to, you never want to bust it open because they will break here. Now these horses ain't used to it, so I don't know what, but I can slide it over the head like a lot of people like to do it. But so if you go like that and then just leave the pad out, because if you put the pad in where it's supposed to, it's hard to close it. So you just close it.
Okay.
But what I was saying, a lot of people, like I say, these horses ain't used to it. I don't know what they'll do. Mike. That way you'll never be opening it and never be breaking it. So you never have to. See, I mean, you gotta go easy because, like I said, we weren't doing it that way. So.
Are those adjusted the same for both horses? They
Yeah.
have the same neck on each one.
And then the harness, like I say, some people put the bridles on. These actually do better if you put the bridle on first, but I ain't going to just to show you.
That's some brand new stuff.
Yeah.
Brand new N&A, made in Ohio.
Ohio?
We're a dealer for N&A harness.
Are they an Amish outfit or?
They are.
Are they?
Yep.
They make their own. Okay.
Make thousands of sets.
Wow.
If you want to put it on a smaller horse, you just move these links down, all the way down, on down. And these are bigger collars, so you adjust it there, and right here you got adjustment.
You ever put like meat oil on there or?
No, not on this stuff.
With the bio thing, it's fully synthetic.
Okay.
Carefree, maintenance free.
Okay.
You don't have to do nothing. The best thing about this stuff is it's lightweight.
Yeah.
And it's always like new. You can wash it with soap and water. Yep. Well, N&A, the way they make theirs, I really like it. If you look at this harness real close, it's beveled on the edges.
Okay.
And padded with a more soft material, so it don't rub the horse.
Just put it through, pull it a little tight. Just you want to make it snug where it don't pop off. You know, you don't want it popping off. I always slide. You always want to fasten the hames first and then pull it down, because if you don't, then you're always struggling to get the hames because the back will slide off. And then this, you want pretty much, you know, sitting right on top of his hips with this coming down over. And then this is the tail crooper to keep the harness from sliding up if you have them checked up or something. They want to reach down and eat grass. If you don't got these, the breeching and everything can slide up. You know, that ain't good.
For those of us that don't know anything at all, what are the hames?
This.
Okay.
That's the hames. This is what they call the breeching. And this is the tie. Oh, the tie back there's.
I've actually got a diagram
Okay.
at home. I should have brought some of every part on this harness.
Okay.
I can send you some if you need me to.
I do, yes.
Yep. I'll throw them in that box with those other collars we got to mail you.
These go through the. That's what holds your load back. Well, there's another strap on the other side, and that snaps in your neck yoke. And this is pretty important there to fasten them, because if you don't have them fastened, and them you don't want them. I'll probably adjust that a little bit. You don't want them like tight, but you don't want them where they'll stump flies and stump their legs, sir. That's just the belly band. You don't have to tighten it.
Well, that goes underneath around.
Yeah.
So hold
You don't have to tighten this like you do on a saddle.
Right.
That's just basically. But you got adjustment. Like if this is too loose, like if you put it on a smaller horse, you can adjust this. Like this buckle right here that I showed you. You can adjust this all the way up to make it smaller.
You probably want to make that a little bit smaller.
Yeah, I do. But see, you just slide it through. I might go 2 holes. That might be too big.
And these horses are pretty matched, so one would fit the other and back and forth.
I always hang my lines on the outside, like driving them. Swing the lines on the outside and hang them on the outside. That way you ain't, because that one is a little bigger. This one's just a touch, like not in fat, but just, he's just a hair smaller.
The hardest part of a new set of harness is adjusting it the first time. Once you get adjusted the first time for your team, it's just a whole lot easier from there on out.
Take that one more notch, like loosen it up.
And a lot of people's problem in harnessing horses and driving horses is incorrect harness fit.
And then see here, if you put it on a smaller team of horses right there, you got adjustment on every side, you know, both. But that's where I about like mine, the britching, you know, somewhere about halfway in between, you know. But it's whatever. If this just wants to slide up on y'all ever, it's probably because you need to adjust the top. You need to adjust these right here. If you adjust these like that, and then that'll give it more, that'll let it slide back further. So you can take these harnesses back up, so you can put these on a smaller set, but very obviously if you got a couple sets, you don't always, when you don't want to be running them back and forth.
What a guy told me one time in harnessing horses, he said the fundamentals, you got to know them, like how it goes, the main important things. But when it comes to harnessing them, how you do it, you do what's right for you and what's right for your horses and the way you like to do it, and that's what's going to work. And
Yeah.
it does work. I mean, once you start harnessing them a lot, you'll figure out what works for you and what works for these horses. And you'll do it your way, you know. Everybody's got their own way.
I like to take the holders off, but now if you're going to be snapping them to like a gate or something, you never want to snap a horse in the bridle, because if anything spooks him, he's going to tear back and tear his bridle off, and then you got to go till they stop. So if you ain't worried about looks, you leave their holders on, but you know, you see all our videos, we don't. I just put
I cannot stand a halter under a bridle.
and then just take your one hand, take the bit, which all you used to working with horses, and just they won't bite you. Just put your thumb in there a little bit.
So that's a snaffle bit.
Yeah, it's a twisted, yeah.
Broken, twisted
See now
snap.
it's too loose. He's chewing on it like that, and it's hanging down. So number one, you don't want the horses to be looking over their blinders. If the blinders are down, they can look over it. You know, and you don't, for sure, if you're working horses without blinders, that's fine. But if you got blinders on them and they all of a sudden see something a little behind them, you know, they might. And then you got adjustment.
So if you take up that bit a little bit, he'll quit
It'll quit flopping in his mouth. So I took the top up a little bit, and then I'll take the bottom. Basically, you don't want the bit. You don't want the bit where it's hanging down, just like this. But you also don't want it where he's
tight,
smiling. If he's got crinkles there, that means it's too tight. So, like right there,
adjust your eyepieces and then lower the bit.
Right. I mean, I like to keep my eyepieces about in the center, because you don't want them, you know, if they're looking over top of them. Now, I do. I said never snap them in the bridle. I do sometimes, like if I just need to, but it's not a good idea. Or if I'm harnessing, you know, I'll just to keep him from walking off for sure. If this is a new place and stuff, I'll snap him because I ain't got another lead rope. But what I was saying there is, if you're out in town or out riding them, you know, don't don't snap them and go in the store or somewhere where something could spook them. Like I say, you know, they're broke, but they're horses. I mean,
I'll have to get me a little stool.
You need more than a little one.
now we're used to putting in the cross ties. I put them in the cross ties at home, but like you see, you can,
Henry?
they might go sideways a little bit.
Henry?
Huh?
Give me one of the guys. Put this on.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
Right.
I'm gonna let you slide
David,
this.
you're the tallest guy we got.
I don't know how he's gonna do with sliding it over his head. The other one done real good. But that's the biggest thing. If you come up, see he had his head turned this way and you went and touched him, everything's new. So you just wanna, like if you come up to a horse, just talk to him. Like say ho or hey or just anything that let him know you're there.
Okay.
So to slide him over the head, just basically you want your hands wherever his eyes are. I usually have a cross tie, like I put a cross ties in, I tie it right there.
We had to move inside because my GoPro was overheating. Sorry about that. We had to start all over.
Put it all the way back there. I leave. See, you're putting it back there, and then when you're going to try to tighten your hands, it's going to pull. So, and that's the same way when you're harnessing. You always want to slide your back up like that, and because if you loosen the hames first and put the hames behind the collars, and then if they step around, it'll just fall off the back. And it don't matter. You just got to pick it up. But, yep, right on top, right in there.
That's more meaningful when somebody else is doing it. Make a mistake, and then you'll see what's happening.
That's good.
Remember.
The strap goes up. And you want to pull that fairly snug. You can go through that buckle there.
And the metal part that he's hooking up now, what's that called?
That's called the hames or the hame strap. This is what they call the hame strap.
So this is the yoke and this is the hames.
Yeah.
Yoke, hames, okay.
With a collar. Or what were you saying? This is a collar,
Collar.
pad, hames, and then these are what they call the tugs.
Okay.
That's that enough.
Yeah. Yeah, just as long as you can't, you know, you shouldn't have room back here where they can slide off, which if you got them hooked here, like these hooked, that's pulling down on your tongue, you know, so they ain't gonna pop off in the britching. Anyway, then I always come and pull it on the back there.
Oh, it's sliding off.
No, that's good.
There we go. And then, so what comes next?
Yeah, that thing right there. Will you?
Oh, that goes off this
Yeah,
side.
that
There we go.
that goes off that side, and then
And the tail.
That's your crooper.
All right.
Tail crooper. Yep.
see, he's just a smidge longer. I'm gonna let it out. It's almost too far up to suit me. I'm gonna let it out one notch.
Where is that you're doing?
Just up here,
Okay.
like, and then you gotta push it through there. That's it.
You
Where-
gotta do it on both sides.
Yeah,
Right, you got a bolt. So basically, you count the holes like 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. That way, it'll let it back a little bit where it ain't sliding up.
All right. 1, 2, 3 in the world.
Right, you gotta have.
And 117.1, 117.2.
Yeah, they're pretty close. 17.1, 17.2.
Okay. What do you think they weigh?
They're over 2,000 pounds, I'd say.
Okay.
I'm not good at guessing. It's hard. Every time I guess a horse's weight, I get fooled.
Hmm.
Like we guess something, then we take them to the scale, and they're a lot heavier than we guess. But
They're sure in good flesh. You guys been feeding them
You
good.
got that?
pure alfalfa. That's what they eat.
Well, these
We
are
order-
cheap now.
Well, we feed some round bells in the field, but
So then let's get
most of our horses eat alfalfa we order
is he gonna get
out of
touchy
Utah.
about me?
Okay.
No.
Big
Good.
I mean,
squares.
you should,
Oh,
you
big
should-
square.
Yep,
Okay.
4x4
Like
bags.
this,
All
that's
nice and
too
green,
far
no
down.
dust
You want
in
it
it.
That's right.
very- you don't want it
Still
where
see the leaves
so
in there.
tight
Yep,
where
it's
it
yellow.
rubs him, but you
On
want
the
it. You don't
outside,
want it where it's
bleached off.
soft.
You know, the Utah sun. You pop them strings, it'll blind you.
Hmm.
Real green.
Perfect.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah,
Like I
Utah,
said,
they
he's
can
just a
put
smidge longer and a
hay
smidge
up
taller.
dry.
Make good hay.
That'll work. And if you know this one's too loose, if it starts sliding back, you know, it looks like it's falling down, you can just tighten it up there or tighten it up where you left it out up there.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you got a lot of adjustment, you know,
Yeah.
here and back here, you know, you got 2 holes.
Cool, cool. And then what comes next?
The bridge, the
Oh.
tight hold back.
So,
one goes in the
Yep.
have a specific orientation.
He'll be driving a team quick, this boy will.
There we go.
I'd say that's pretty close to right. Now the belly band, which like I said, it ain't
Is that, where is that again?
Behind the
right,
shoulders.
right
Oh,
here.
gotcha. And that goes, is that hooked
Underneath.
I'd put it underneath. That way it holds it from flopping or, you know, keeps it up closer to the belly.
So you don't need any slack taken out of this in the flank here?
I mean, it all depends how much, and that you can say on your wagon, you know, if you like stop them and your wagon rolls up a foot, yeah, then you got to tighten stuff up. It shouldn't roll. Well, it depends what kind of wagon you got. You know, if you got ones with old chains on it, but stuff like this, right? The belly band don't have to be tight like a saddle or nothing. That's just to help keep stuff in place.
Gotcha.
You can easily stick your hand underneath it. It might be.
I must have forgot to put a trace holder on that harness. We gotta guess take it off. You ain't gonna be using that one right away anyway, are you? That harness. Are you gonna
The
use-
extra set.
Oh, yeah.
They missed a piece on this harness back there. You want to put the bridle on?
Yeah.
We'll send it to you though.
I just take it off that one, but I do it while I pull my horses together a little bit. Then the lines that you're driving with back here, that goes all the way through this buckle. You see it? That one goes on the outside of the horse. Hey. From the outside, always the one that's running through, the one that you're going to be driving with. Goes over top of the horse. This horse never been right now. And then you always want to go. You want to throw them over like that. Then you want to go through this loop, right there. Step over. There. So go through this loop, and then make the X. A lot of people make the mistake of not going through the loops, making the X and then going through the loops. You gotta go, the line you're holding in your hand, the one that goes all the way through the buckle, needs to go over there, and this one needs to go through this ring, and then you all make the X.
No, I see that's the short side there.
Right, the short side is on the inside.
Okay.
And then you can put snaps on, but this is a sure way that they won't snap off. Now we have some that have snaps on, and I have them had come off. Then the outside has got rings just like that, and then you just put them through the rings and fasten them on the outside. Put them through the ring just in case you come over here that line's still there and don't come, you know, like it should be. You always want to try to stay behind your horses if you're driving them.
Hey, Bob.
You all got that, or you got any questions?
Oh, David's got that.
You got it?
I'm sure we'll have questions once you leave. I'm sure we'll have questions once you leave.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have this video, and you can call
Send
anytime.
y'all, when I send you that stuff, is a strap about, I don't know, foot, 16 inches long with a snap on either end to snap them together. They don't send them with the harness, but we use them a lot at the house because we like them.
Keep their butts together.
Keep their butts together. If you have an inexperienced driver, if you're driving them and they for some dumb reason, you know, they would spin out and then they turn inside out, the best thing to do if they turn inside out is just let your lines go and come up here and talk to them and hold them, you know, instead of letting them wrap up. Because once they turn inside out, they'll pinch the lines where you can't hold them anyway. So if something dumb like that happens, or if somebody puts the lines on backwards where you ain't, because if you put this line over here, and then to him, they'll spread out in the front. They'll just, I mean, you'll know it right away. But these horses, like I said, they shouldn't make any trouble, like spinning out. It just be, you know, once the way the lines are adjusted, it'll pull them right back together.
He said he wants to put them in his forecart first, Henry.
Ooh. And see like this? Ooh. This one's and then just drive them up to the tongue. So they're the second one's there, and he'll set, and then just turn. Ooh. There. This hook here, you gotta come. You gotta first bring it out. The chain is just for an extra precaution. I mean, it's not that you. That hook there is supposed to take care of anything. You know, say if they would start walking, like you'd go behind them and they start walking, you know, it wouldn't slip off. Like say you have one halfway hook, and they for some reason they walk, it would pull the whole cart. And I always wrap my lines up there where they're within reach. You know, if they do take a step or something, you can just reach for the lines and say whoa. And that's another thing. That's another good.
I got a story for that when we're done.
That's another good thing why you keep them tied together. Just so if you got them hooked in the front, I mean they shouldn't, but they're
That
horses.
young
I
man's
mean,
interested in this. He wants to drive them horses. That's good though. Yeah.
and probably this
He
time
should,
not
yeah.
with one hook.
He should go to your house and ride.
I made a deal with him. He did his schoolwork and didn't give his mom, and he said to come ride my horse.
I see. That'd be good.
Bribery if it was.
That'd be real good.
Yeah, you always want to hook
That'd
the
be cool.
inside first, because if you hook the outside one,
How do you know that's the outside? Whoa.
so just there you go.
Oh, I see. That's how it's inside first.
Right, the inside, and that's when you unhook them. You want to hook the outside so you ain't crawling in over.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, whoa.
So
Who
you're
wants
through
to
with
ride
that.
first?
And that's your brake?
Yeah, I mean you get on the car.
Would that even stop them though?
No, that's just to help on a little grade. Say, I mean, you know, pulling a wagon or something.
We also sold them this McCormick number 7 mower redone, and we're doing a demonstration right now with them on how to use it. So
And this adjusts. You know, if you're in a rocky field or with a lot of poop piles or something, you can, you know,
That's a finer adjustment on
right,
this
you
side.
can tilt your blades. I mean, I'd about leave it like that. I mean,
Then you kick that back.
yeah. You should, if
So
you
now
put
you're going.
you're in gear.
some-
That's not exactly the right line, is it?
No, we ain't doing this. Can you make it so that they would actually go slower?
Hold them back.
Just keep pulling back.
Yeah, he's not holding them back. He's just letting them walk at their pace.
Got it.
Which this kind of grass down here, it clogs a lot. This is thick.
Got it. Okay.
What is it, crabgrass or something?
Yeah, it's like your St. Augustine crag.
Yeah, it's not
type
like
of breed.
not like orchard grass or something at home, bladey. It's
Yes.
more thick.
Yeah.
So he's gonna probably want to slow them down.
So when
But
you pop it up,
I mean,
do you need to?
Yeah, because I was wondering just how the level of cuts.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
exactly,
it's all about your approach.
exactly. Yes, sir.
Can I go ahead and bring them back?
Yeah, I would get up there. You know, you always want to have the horses walking in the mowed grass.
Oh, in the mode.
In the mowed, because if you're walking,
Because you see, right here's where it's mowing.
Yeah.
It's starting here. And that's about where
where the horses.
they're walking straight. So him walking right on the edge of the mowed grass.
What?
This is mowed, and this is unmowed.
Right. So you want to bring him up here. You want to, or take a circle and go to the end. You want this horse right. You know, wherever you can get your blade where.
Right there.
Yeah, basically, this is where we're starting with.
With
Right
mowing.
here. That's where your new mowing.
So the horses walk.
So your old mowing's got to be here.
So if you were
Give it a
gonna,
shot.
And then line your blade.
if you were gonna like do this faster
Show us
here,
how
you
it
wanted to
kinda
go
works.
around the outside first. So
Well,
you'd go.
I'd just do like you do with the disc one, or go around,
Yeah.
So it
and
can be
then
on
once you got it mowed, go around the
Okay, so that's
outside
out
and
of
flip.
here right
You do
now.
it just like
You
you
kick
do.
it back.
Okay.
You put it in
So
here.
do the outside last.
And if you see a rock coming, you can step on this here
Okay.
and lift that there.
So,
Kick that with your heel back. That one there on that side.
not yet.
Probably want to get up where the blade's gonna
Yeah.
target.
Oh, you can loop out that way if you want.
Yeah.
Don't let
You
them
leave it in
reins
gear.
wrap around that wheel though.
Yeah.
Brad, did you leave it in gear?
The lines, not the reins, but the lines.
Out of gear.
Out of gears forward, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'd just go back there and
So,
start.
talk to me about the lines with the wheels and the mower and all kind of stuff here. What's
You want to keep them out of that wheel. You don't want them to wrap around that wheel.
I just drop them